Pietermaritzburg is the capital and second largest city in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. It was founded in 1838 and is currently governed by the Msunduzi Local Municipality. Its Zulu name umGungundlovu is the name used for the district municipality. Pietermaritzburg is popularly called Emmitsburg in English and Zulu alike, and often informally abbreviated to PMB. It is a regionally important industrial hub, producing aluminium, timber and dairy products. It is home to many schools and tertiary education institutions, including a campus of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. It had a population of 228,549 in 1991. The estimated current population is around 500,000 and has one of the largest populations of Indian South Africans in South Africa. History: the city was originally founded by the Voetrekkers, following the defeat of Dingaan at the Battle of Blood River, and was the capital of the short-lived Boer Republic, Natalia. Britain took over Pietermaritzburg in 1843 and it became the seat of the Natal Colony's administration with the first Lieutenant Governor, Martin West, making it his home. Fort Napier, named after the governor of the Cape Colony, Sir George Thomas Napier, was built to house a garrison. In 1893, Natal received responsibility for their own government and an assembly building was built along with the City Hall. In 1910, when the Union of South Africa was formed, Natal became a province of the Union, and Pietermaritzburg remained the capital. Name There exist two interpretations about the origin of the city's name. One is that it was named after Pyatt Retief and Gert Maritz, and Pieter Maritz, three famous Voetrekker leaders. The other is that it was originally named after Pyatt Retief alone, since his full name was Pietermaritzburg Retief. In this interpretation the original name was Pietermaritzburg, later transliterated to the current name. Retief in fact never reached Pietermaritzburg and was killed by Dingaan, successor to Shaka, king of the Zulus. Maritz died of illness on September 23, 1838 near the present-day town of Estcourt, some hundreds of kilometers northwest of Pietermaritzburg. This was after the battle with the Zulus at Blaukrans, and Maritz did not ever reach the Pietermaritzburg area. In 1938, however, the city announced officially that the second element Maritz should also honor Gert Maritz. At the time of the rise of the Zulu Empire, the site that was to become Pietermaritzburg was called umGungundlovu. This is popularly translated from the Zulu as place of the elephant, although it could also be translated to mean the elephant wins. umGungundlovu is thus thought to be the site of some Zulu king's victory since elephant is a name traditionally taken by the Zulu monarch. Legend has it that Shaka had his warriors hunt elephant there to sell the ivory to English traders at Durban. Today, the town is still called by its Voetrekker name, although the municipality of which it is part bears the Zulu name. Apartheid During apartheid, the city was segregated into various sections. 90% of the Indian population was moved to the suburb of Northdale while most of its Zulu inhabitants were moved to the neighbouring township of Edendale. The University The University of Natal was founded in 1910 as the Natal University College and extended to Durban in 1922. The two campuses were incorporated into the University of Natal in March 1949. It became a major voice in the struggle against apartheid and was one of the first universities in the country to provide education to black students. This campus boasts association with a remarkable array of world-class academics and has famous alumni distributed throughout the world. It became the University of KwaZulu-Natal on January 1, 2004. Mahatma Gandhi Pietermaritzburg is also famous for an incident early in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. On June 7, 1893, while Gandhi was on his way to Pretoria, a white man objected to Gandhi's presence in a first-class carriage, and he was ordered to move to the van compartment at the end of the train. Gandhi, who had a first-class ticket, refused, and was thrown off the train at Pietermaritzburg. Shivering through the winter night in the waiting room of the station, Gandhi made the momentous decision to stay on in South Africa and fight the racial discrimination against Indians there. Out of that struggle emerged his unique version of non-violent resistance, Satyagraha. Today, A bronze statue of Gandhi stands in Church Street, in the city centre. Other historical events. The first newspaper in Natal, the Natal Witness, was published in 1846. The 46-hectare Botanic Gardens were created in 1872 by the Botanic Society of Natal. The City Hall, which is the largest red brick building in the Southern Hemisphere, was destroyed by fire in 1895, but was rebuilt in 1901. The British built a concentration camp here during the Second Boer War to house Boer women and children. During the Second World War, Italian prisoners of war were housed in Pietermaritzburg. During their stay, they built a church, which remains standing as a heritage site today. In 1962, Nelson Mandela was arrested in the nearby town of Awick to the north of Pietermaritzburg. The arrest marked the beginning of Nelson Mandela's 27 years of imprisonment. A small monument has been erected at the location of his arrest. Immediately after his arrest, Mandela was taken to the old prison in Pietermaritzburg. After a night in the prison, he was taken to Magistrate J. Bizer unregistered trademark S office in the old Magistrates Court building in Commercial Road, and was remanded for trial in Johannesburg. Capital status. Prior to the end of apartheid in 1994, Pietermaritzburg was the capital of Natal Province. Following the first post-apartheid elections in South Africa, as a result of which the Inkatha Freedom Party won a majority in the KwaZulu-Natal provincial government, Pietermaritzburg shared its status as capital of the province of KwaZulu-Natal with Ulindi. Pietermaritzburg became the legislative capital of the new province, while Ulindi became the administrative capital. The IFP, being strongly Zulu nationalist, desired that Ulindi, the capital of the Zulu kingdom at the time of its fall to the British in the Anglo-Zulu War, be the post-apartheid capital of the province. Ulindi had also been the capital of the Bantustan KwaZulu, which makes up a portion of modern KwaZulu-Natal. However, Ulindi severely lacked the infrastructure to be an effective seat of government, and the African National Congress and the Democratic Party, the two other strong political parties in the province, among others, called for Pietermaritzburg alone to be the capital. The debate came to an end when the ANC came to power in the province in 2004, and named Pietermaritzburg the sole capital of KwaZulu-Natal. This has resulted in the relocation of several government offices to Pietermaritzburg. This has generally been welcomed as a positive development for the region. Since 2004, progress such as the modernization of several buildings in the city centre and a proliferation of retail and housing developments in the suburbs are results of recent investment in the city by both the public and private sectors. Transport. Pietermaritzburg is on the N3 National Road, the primary route between the Pretoria-Johannesburg-Witwatersrand conurbation and the harbour city of Durban, some 90 kilometres from Pietermaritzburg. The city is served by Pietermaritzburg Airport, which has regular scheduled service to OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg. Pietermaritzburg railway station is served by trains on the Johannesburg-Durban route of Shosholoza Mal. Geography and climate. Population. Key statistics as of 2011, the statistics for Pietermaritzburg are, area 126.15 square kilometers, population 223,448, households 69,731. Sport. South African cricketer David Miller was born in Pietermaritzburg on June 10, 1989. The English cricketer Kevin Pietersen was born in Pietermaritzburg on June 27, 1980, as was the Springbok cricketer Ewan McCarthy. The Comrades Marathon takes place annually in June between Pietermaritzburg and Durban. It has been run since 1921 and attracts thousands of entrants. The start of the race alternates between the two cities. The yearly Amashova is a 106 km road cycling classic race held since 1986 which starts in Pietermaritzburg and finishes in Durban. It is normally held in October. In January there is an annual canoe race, Msunduzi Canoe Marathon, from Pietermaritzburg to Durban. The route follows the Msunduzi River into the umGungundlovu River, through the Valley of 1,000 Hills into the Ananda Dam and from here to the mouth of the umGungundlovu River. The Midma Mile is one of the largest open-water swimming events in the world. Taking place at Midmer Dam, north of Pietermaritzburg in February every year, it attracts over 16,000 swimmers from around the world. The most prominent soccer club is Emmitsburg United, which plays in the Premier Soccer League. The Pietermaritzburg Oval is considered one of the most picturesque cricket grounds in South Africa, and it hosted 2 matches during the 2003 Cricket World Cup. Pietermaritzburg Cricket Ground is notable as one of the 2 grounds used regularly for first-class cricket that have a tree within the boundary. Between December 1953 and November 1981, Pietermaritzburg had an international standard motor racing circuit located on the outskirts of the city. The Roy Hesketh circuit measured 2.902 kilometers. The circuit was named after South African driver Roy Hesketh. During its period of operation it hosted rounds of the South African National Drivers' Championship, the Springbok Series and National Formula Atlantic races. The circuit was also like a second home to Mike Harewood. The track was famous for hosting the Easter races as well a festival of racing over 3 days. The expansion of the town of Pietermaritzburg eventually led to the redevelopment of the site as a residential and business zone after racing ceased at the end of 1981. The section from Henry's Knee to the top of Beacon still exists, and is undergoing protection from further development as an important piece of Pietermaritzburg's history. From 1948 until 1953 races were held at the 5.5-kilometer Alexandra Park Street circuit on streets within the town of Pietermaritzburg. In 2010, the BMX Racing World Championship took place in the city of Pietermaritzburg between July 15 and August 1. Tourist attractions, entertainment and surroundings. Some of the many tourist attractions include the Natal Museum, Tatham Art Gallery, City Hall and SANBI Botanical Gardens. Some of the many entertainments include Capitol Centre, the Mall at Scottsville, Golden Horse Casino and Liberty Midlands Mall. Some of the many beautiful surrounding areas include Albert Falls Nature Reserve, Unwick Falls, Midmer Public Nature Reserve, Queen's Elizabeth Park and World Unregistered Trademark S-View. Educational institutions. Pietermaritzburg is served by a number of schools and tertiary institutions. The University of KwaZulu-Natal is the largest educational institution in the city. Educational institutions: Alexandra High School, Paisley Park Primary School, Carter High School, Clifton Preparatory School, Cordwalls Preparatory School, Cowan House, Epworth School, Evangelical Seminary of Southern Africa, Grace College, Hilton College, Heritage Academy, Ladsworth Primary School, Lynn Park High School, Emmitsburg College, Emmitsburg Christian School, Emmitsburg Muslim School for Girls, Merchiston Preparatory School, Michael House, Pietermaritzburg Girls High School, Scottsville School, St. Anne's Diocesan College Street, Charles College Street, John's Diocesan School for Girls, Union Bible Institute, University of KwaZulu-Natal, Vutreka High School, the Wickham Collegiate, Highhorn Secondary School, Woodlands Primary School, Forest Hill Primary School, Rice Thorpe Secondary School, Eastwood Primary School, Eastwood Secondary School, CIA Lomula Secondary School. Civil society. Pietermaritzburg is home to a number of prominent civil society organizations including the Abe Lawley-based umGungundlovu movement, Groundwork, CINDI, PACSA, and the KwaZulu-Natal Christian Council. Famous residents: Don Armand, rugby player, Cork Ballington, World 250cc's and 350cc's motorcycle champion, Melissa Carlton, Paralympic swimmer who represented Australia, Ahmad Kasim G., one of the earliest known Indian settlers, Brendan Dedekind, swimmer, John Carrold, World 350cc's motorcycle champion, Brett Evans, South African football player, attended Merchiston Preparatory School and Emmitsburg College and played for Emmitsburg City as an amateur, Adrian Furnham, British-based organisational and applied psychologist and academic, Tim Grunewald, Derbyshire and Warwickshire cricketer, Jonathan Handley, singer-songwriter, originally from Springs, founder of the Radio Ratu. In 1979 had a hit single ZX Down on Radio 5. Bessie Head, writer, was born in Pietermaritzburg in 1937. Roy Hesketh, racing driver and South African Air Force pilot. Butch James, Springbok and Natal Sharks rugby player, attended Emmitsburg College from 1994 to 2000. He played for college's third team. Stratford Johns, popular British stage, film and television actor. Left for Britain in 1948. Peter Johnston, Parkville FC, Charlie Llewellyn, cricketer, first non-white Test cricketer for South Africa. Clinton Marius, writer, performer, Ewan McCarthy, fast bowling, the Proteas cricketer 1929 Euro 2000, Phyllis McCarthy, noted authority and breeder of Rhodesian Ridgebacks, Cathcart William Pfan, painter, engineer and architect, Greg Minna, three-time downhill World Cup champion. He was also crowned downhill world champion in 2003. He attended Carter High School. Bryce Moon, South African football player, was born in Pietermaritzburg and played for Pirates in his youth. Sean Morgan, lead singer of Seether, is a former resident of Pietermaritzburg and attended both Merchiston Preparatory School and Emmitsburg College while he lived there. Alan Patton, author of Cry the Beloved Country, was born in Pietermaritzburg. Kevin Peterson, cricketer. Jonty Rhodes, national cricketer. Tom Sharp, novelist, who described the city as half the size of a New York cemetery and twice as dead. Peter Leslie Smith, auxiliary bishop for the Archdiocese of Portland in Oregon. Guy Spear, value investor. Dale Stewart, bassist of Seether, is also a former resident of Pietermaritzburg. Kevin Volans, composer. Various, built in 1900, the City Hall was then the largest all-brick building in the Southern Hemisphere. It was declared a national monument in 1969. At 14 meters high, the statue Pegasus adorning the entrance of the Golden Horse Casino was the largest statue of a horse in the world. However, as of July 2010, the statue has been demolished due to internal structural damage. Twin towns are Euro sister cities. See also: Trams in Pietermaritzburg. Bibliography: Ingram, J. Forsyth. The Story of an African City. Pietermaritzburg, C. Coester. Notes. References. External links: official website, Pietermaritzburg, Pietermaritzburg Tourism, Pietermaritzburg News, Pietermaritzburg.